Because there's a story in Bani Israel that's an amazing story of three people. Right? You want to timestamp this if you can. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala willed to test three miserable men. First man, he had no hair on his body. He was completely bald. No guy likes to go bald, right? He had no hair on his body, though, as a disease. No beard, even no eyebrows. So you're a freak of nature, right? If anyone has that, actually, so I shouldn't say that. Because some people may have a disease where they actually have no hair at all. So I shouldn't say freak of nature. But he viewed himself as something different from everybody else in a bad way. So Allah sent to him an angel. He said, "Oh, angel, go and give this man everything he wants." So the angel went. He said, "Man, what do you want?" He said, "I would dream of having beautiful hair and a beautiful beard, like everyone else, but even more beautiful." And then the angel said, "And what wealth do you want?" So, I would love cows. So the angel came, and this angel came as in the form of a wise man. All right. He made dua for the man. Within some period of time, his hair grew back. A man came and gave him cows, and he became rich. Next man. This man, he had a skin disease, spots all over his skin. Of course, he views himself as, something negative. And again, by the way, I was at the British Library way back in the day. There was a woman, she has boils. Her entire body is boils. You don't see her face. You just see boils and eyes, and nostrils, and a mouth. If you want to be thankful for what Allah has given you, you would look at this woman. Boils. Like her whole face is boils. Imagine. Like red bubbles. Her entire body is like this. I feel so sorry for these people. He had a skin disease. So a man said, "Oh, a wise man came, struck up a conversation. What would you like?" Just dream. He said, "I wish I had beautiful skin." And he said, "And what wealth would you have?" He said, "I would have camels." So he gave it to him. And Allah caused his skin to be cured. And he has a male and a female camel. And now they start to get rich, reproduce and get rich. The third man was blind. Naturally, he said, "I wish I could see." And he said, "And what wealth would you like?" He said, "Sheep and goat." So Allah gave him that. Then Allah commanded the angel, wait 10 years, then go back to each one of them in the form that they used to be in. So he went 10 years later to the man in the form of someone losing his hair. You know how Gollum loses his hair in a bad way? So like he has like some long strands and it looks terrible, right? And he went in there with that hideous look. And he said, "Please help me. Give me a place to sleep. Give me some food. Give me some money, anything." He said, "No, get away." He came to him with his elite. Now the guy's married. He married a beautiful woman. He has friends. He's very popular. He's sitting at the head of the table when this man knocks, and he despises the look, and he kicks the man out. The man comes back. He said, "Oh, man," he said, "weren't you someone who had a disease like me?" Now, he's saying this in front of all these people. These people don't know his past, right? So he says, "No." He said, "I was always like this." So the angel then says, "Then may Allah keep you as you were. If you're always rich and handsome like this, then may Allah keep you like that, as you always were." Time passed. He lost all his money and he lost his hair. Went to the second man. He says, comes as a leper. Of course, the man's sitting with his family and his rich friends, and he's enjoying everything. Boom, knock on the door. A leper comes. "Please help. The lepers, you're ruining our occasion. Get out of here." So he said, "Wait, didn't you have the same disease as me? So you should sympathize with me." He said, "No, I never had this." He said, "You were always like that?" He said, "I was always like this. I was always like, my skin was always healthy. I was always rich." He said, "But then may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala make you as you always were." Time passed, lost all his money, got his skin disease back. And he went to the blind man. Again, at a situation where the blind man was at his peak with all the popular friends around him and everything. And he said, I'm a blind man, please give me. The man excuses himself. He takes the blind man to the side. He weeps. He said, oh, blind man, I have all of these camels, sheep, and I have money, and I have a room to sleep in. You go and you take anything that you want. Take my shepherd and take anything that you want and sleep in this guest house as long as you want, and go to the chef and ask him whatever you want to eat. He says, I'm just asking for a few coins. Why are you giving me all this? He said, I was in the past just like you, exactly how you are. I had no money. I was blind. I had no place to live. I had no friends. I had no wife. And a wise man came to me and he said, ask whatever you wish. I couldn't believe that I would get all this. So I thought up and I dreamed up everything that I would desire. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala gave me everything. Everything to the last thing that I desire and more, Allah gave it to me. So you are now coming and I want to show my gratitude to Allah. Take everything you want. Whatever you want, take it. In the same way that Allah gave me everything I want, I'm going to give you everything you want. Because you have the same disease I had and the same situation I had. The man was thinking and he looked away from the poor man, the blind man. When he looked back, he found the wise man. The angel had changed form into his original form. The angel said, blessed are you, O abd of Allah, O servant of Allah, blessed are you. This was all a test. And Allah has pronounced that you have passed it. Take your blessing now. And Allah has multiplied it 10 times over. He became 10 times richer and 10 times more handsome and healthy. And his family was 10 times more blessed. Because he had understood that the purpose of all ni'mah is to attain to your ma'rifah of Allah. The purpose of blessing, that Allah gives it to you so you can be grateful. Not these other two, what they did is to use Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala as a means to gain the dunya. You're on shaky grounds. You're halfway there. Yes, you used the right source. You believed in Allah. But you still have to prove your loyalty. Your loyalty is not proven yet. Will you go astray or will you not? So always keep in mind when you are making a dua, always, never, ever stop keeping in mind that, am I using ni'mah to draw near to Allah? Because Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, love me for the good things I've blessed upon you. Okay? Love me for the good things that I have blessed upon you. So if you think that, oh, if I ask Allah and He gives me this wonderful thing, it fills my heart with happiness, I'm going to love Him more. So you are using the dunya as a means to Allah. You're going to be blessed. And that ni'mah is not harmful for you. But if you do the opposite, then you're on shaky ground. So that's what she's saying here. That's the interpretation that is acceptable. جزاكم الله خير folks. سبحانك اللهم وبحمدك نشهد أن لا إله إلا أنت نستغفرك ونتوب إليك. ربنا تقبل منا إنك أنت السميع العليم وتب علينا إنك أنت التواب الرحيم. ربنا تقبل منا إنك أنت السميع العليم وتب علينا إنك أنت التواب الرحيم. ربنا تقبل منا إنك أنت السميع العليم وتب علينا إنك أنت التواب الرحيم. وصلى الله وبارك على سيدنا محمد وعلى آله وصحبه وسلم تسليما. اللهم صل صلاة كاملة وسلم سلاما تاما على سيدنا محمد الذي تنحل به العقد وتنفرج به الكرب، تقضى به الحوائج، تنال به الرغائب، وحسن الخواتم، ويستسقى الغمام بوجهه الكريم، وعلى آله وصحبه وسلم تسليما. لا إله إلا أنت نستغفرك ونتوب إليك. نسأل الله العفو والعافية والسلامة والرحمة لنا ولجميع أمة الإسلام ومن أعاننا على هذا البث المباشر. وصلى الله وبارك على سيدنا محمد وعلى آله وصحبه وسلم والحمد لله رب العالمين.